Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And it's Saturday, so I'm back with another slasher review as part of the TheHORROrmans Slashback Slasher Challenge series. And this week's theme, unfortunately for me, because I'm not a fan of this week's theme, is shot on video or POV Slashers. I've only seen one, not a fan of that style of filmmaking. And the one that I have seen is Sledgehammer, and it was fucking terrible. So I refuse to have another experience like I did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'm just not going to do it. I refuse to watch and review a film that I know that I already do not like. So luckily Joe gave us the other option to review a film that featured POV style camera work, point of view. And I've already I've already reviewed the Maniac remake, so obviously I can't do that one. But I was actually hoping that I would be able to review this movie as part of this yearly challenge anyway. And that, of course, is Halloween 1978. So this is probably an obvious choice, probably a bit of a cop-out, but I've been really wanting to review this film because it is my favourite horror film of all time. In my opinion, it's the greatest horror film ever made. And it's one of the few, not only horror films, but films in general, that I consider to be an absolute masterpiece and a completely flawless movie. There is nothing that I do not like about this film. I absolutely love it. So obviously the opening scene, as everyone knows, the intro to the movie, the opening scenes are shot in POV style. We get the POV shots of the Myers house, and then there is a intruder, or what we're made to believe is an intruder in the house, getting a kitchen knife, going upstairs and murdering poor Judith Myers. It's not until the parents arrive home that we soon and quickly discover that the killer is actually young Michael Myers, and he just murdered his sister. So I cannot imagine how shocking that would have been for audiences back in 1978 when this movie came to theatres and people were watching this for the first time. Extremely effective opener to a movie, and yeah, the POV style camera work is fantastic. So that is why I'm reviewing this one for this week's theme. Okay, so I guess we'll talk a little bit about the location first. This one is set in the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, but we all know this was really filmed in California. Haddonfield is a fantastic fictional town, works really, really well. It's the perfect location, and I feel they capture the fall and autumn Halloween vibe really, really well within the suburban streets. So yeah, the location's fantastic. I love the characters within this movie. I love how diverse the characters are within this film, and they all offer something completely different, and they all just work so well. So we pretty much have the main character, I guess, which is Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode is essentially the main character within this film. And she's very innocent, she's very nice, polite and naive. And then you have a couple of her friends, Annie, she's slightly more outspoken. And then you have, I guess, the comedic relief, Linda, played by PJ Soles. And I actually have her autograph there on the cover. She came to a horror convention here in Australia, down in Melbourne actually, many, many years ago. I didn't get to go because I live hours away from Melbourne, but one of my friends who is no longer here on YouTube was kind enough to get her autograph for me, and apparently she is an absolute sweetheart. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to have that. A lot of other great characters. I really like Sheriff Brackett, and I absolutely love Sam Loomis as Michael's doctor or psychiatrist, played of course by the great Donald Pleasence. Sam Loomis is one of my favourite characters within a horror film period. I think his character is fantastic and he adds so much to the storyline. And he wasn't just in this first movie, he's pretty much in the majority of the franchise, which is absolutely awesome. So massive fan of the Sam Loomis character. Then of course you have the iconic killer Michael Myers, who is just absolutely phenomenal. I love Michael Myers. He is a great killer. I love the kills within this movie. I really like how subtle the kills are. They're not overly gory. They just work really, really well. My favourite kill is definitely Bob's kill. And I love the telephone kill as well. But yeah, all the kills are really, really good within this movie. The kills are awesome. I definitely have to mention the soundtrack within this movie. It definitely helps make the movie what it is. The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. So I don't really have a lot more to say. As I said, I'm sure everyone has seen this movie by now. You know how awesome it is, and you certainly know my opinions on it already. So yeah, there you go. That's been my review for Halloween 1978. I hope you've enjoyed this week's slasher review, and until next Saturday when I'll be back with another review, I hope you've enjoyed this one, as I just said, and thank you for watching.